The detective said missing kids usually come home. What happens when they don't?
Based on a true story.
Police looking for John Gacy.
We discovered bodies. By the looks of it, they're younger men.
The things he did to those kids. He's sick.
The system failed these families.
Devil in Disguise, John Wayne Gacy. Streaming now, only on Peacock.
Do you know how many there are?
Up to you to find out.
And welcome to a new episode of The Simpsons Did It. I'm your host, Steven Skolansky.
And I'm your co-host, Robert Skolansky.
And this week, let's join the police academy.
Oh, I was going to sell fake jeans.
Oh, well, I might have to arrest you once I pass the police academy if I can find the door. I always miss the door.
Well, you're not female, though.
Yeah, I know. But I'd be that guy that would run up to a wall and be like, well, it's obviously part of the course. Gotta climb it.
Usually, I feel like any time I've seen like an obstacle course where there's a wall involved, there's always a rope.
Yes. Yeah, that was kind of a weird one. I feel like there should have been a rope. Or you could just, yeah, there was a door, but I feel like you could just run around it.
I've seen. I think that's happened in movies. I think that's happened in movies before.
Yeah. So the only thing there's a little bit of disappointment with this episode, but we'll get to that at the end. But yeah, I think this is a different episode. I think this is Marge's first side job.
It's her first side job for sure.
Or a job to begin with. Like, yeah. As a mother. Obviously, I think we learned she was like with the roller skating.
Didn't she work at the power plant as Mr. Burns' assistant?
Right. Okay. Okay. Good call. Good pickup. We're on like episode 120 something now. We out the window with that one, but
no, she flew in the window.
Yes, you're right. But yes, I think that was her first job, being an assistant. But now she's trying to be Homer. She's trying to be like, you know what? I got to get out. I got to get a second job.
Well, that's not why she's getting a job. We'll get into that. But.
Yep. But this week, we're going to be discussing Season 6, Episode 23, The Springfield Connection, which is a reference to the 1971 film, The French Connection. It's about Gene Hackman plays the lead in the movie, and the movie is about the pursuit of a French heroin smuggler.
So kind of similar.
Because
I believe Gene Hackman in that movie was a cop.
So this is an actual, I would say an actual title that worthy of a Simpsons episode this week.
Finally.
Yes. The air date, May 7th, 1995. And our recap, Marge becomes a cop and discovers the work is not as much fun as she anticipated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like that kind of happens to I wouldn't say a lot of, I wouldn't say like most people. I maybe like a 50-50. It's like, because when I was looking for like a job, to go to school for, like, TV, it'll be a lot of fun. And there are aspects of working in television that I enjoy, mainly the free food. It's not like so many people, like, I tell them I work in television, they're like, oh my God, that's so cool. I'm like,
how many celebrities do you meet a day?
I don't work in Vegas. But it's like, people are just like, oh, that's really cool. I'm like, no, it's just like any other job.
Are you guys not cool enough to have Aaron Rodgers in studio for an interview?
None of the stations are. Kidding me? Him give an interview to a local TV station, like an exclusive? Are you kidding me? I do have a friend who works at a TV station in Vegas, and she has met some like older celebrities.
That's pretty cool. Now, I know here in the Twin Cities, like on Comic-Con weekends, I know who always does the interviews. The guy that played the Hulk. Not the new Hulk. Lou Ferrigno.
Yeah, he did that in Madison.
Yeah, Lou Ferrigno always does some interviews with the local TV stations for Comic-Con weekends. I feel like that's a a good
That's
time.
That's because he's a media hog.
Yep. All right, chalkboard this week. I will not mock Mrs. Dumbface. Now, is that who he calls Kerbobble?
Absolutely. Well, it's Mrs. Dumbface.
Okay.
It's Mrs. Kerbobble. Who
First,
else is he gonna mock?
Well, at first I thought maybe it was like Mrs. Doubtfire. Like I thought Mrs. Doubtfire. I was like, was that out around this time?
No, it wasn't.
Maybe something like that. But yeah, I'm sure Mrs. Kerbobble said something dumb, and Bart was like, Mrs. Dumbface.
Yeah.
So, couch gag. The living room is seen through the barrel of a gun with James Bond music playing. And Homer walks in, fires at the screen, and it bleeds.
Yep.
Red. So I still love it. Even when
it's a good one.
So this is from And Maggie Makes Three.
Yep.
Love it. I loved it back then. I love it now.
It's a good one.
Fantastic.
I like this
couch gag.
This is a good one to repeat. It really is.
Yeah, I just wonder what happened to Maggie, Bart, and Lisa, and Marge.
They were kidnapped.
So
Homer had to go save them.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
There we go.
So our episode opens up at the Jebediah Springfield Park for a concert, and we see a sign tonight, 8:00. Medfly spraying. Said Medfly, Medflea.
Medfly? Is that like sort of a bug, I'm assuming?
Yes, it is. It is a kind of fly.
Oh, okay.
8:15, Springfield Pops, which is their orchestra. 8:30, spraying, second pass. So
the concert's only 15 minutes long.
Well, I mean, they are. It sounds like they're only playing Star Wars theme songs.
Yes.
Which is what we hear as we enter. I think they end it with like
Twinkle,
Pop
twinkle.
goes
No. It's Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star.
Okay.
I was like, what in the world are you doing? I mean, I guess that's kind of spacey, right?
Funny enough, the Star Wars theme is now owned by Disney.
Yes. Dude, think of all the money that the Simpsons had to shell out to get the rights to some of the stuff that they do.
And now
they could have just got it all for free.
Yep. They just had to wait 30 years.
Yeah, right.
So then we see Marge and Homer out on the town to watch the Springfield Pops. And Marge asks Homer if he's glad he got out to get some culture. And Homer is like, these guys don't impress me. They're off and this is awful. And
well, we all know that Homer is a Star Wars fan. Remember,
correct.
like one of the dates Marge and Homer went on was they went to go see Empire Strikes Back.
That is true.
And Homer ruined it as he walked out of the theater.
That's true. Yep.
So Homer is a huge Star Wars nerd, I feel.
Yes.
And he was not impressed with the Springfield Pops Orchestra.
They sounded fine.
Yeah, I think they sounded okay too.
And then Marge, and then we see a laser show also going off, and Marge tells Homer, "Well, Homer, you like lasers." And Homer's like, laser effects, mirrored balls. John Williams must be rolling around in his grave. Fun fact, John Williams is very much alive today.
Yes. That's kind of funny. Oh, that's great. I didn't even pick that up. That is great. I love it.
How did you not pick up that John Williams was still alive?
No, I didn't even think about it when Homer said that.
Oh, yes. Yeah, it ends with the theme to Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star,
yep.
Which is hilarious. And so Homer's like, all right, Marge, let's leave. And he grabs her and they go to walk home. And Homer's like, whoa, careful now. These are dangerous streets for us upper, lower, middle class types. Upper, lower, middle.
We don't know what Homer is, man. He has money. He doesn't have money. I don't know.
Yeah, we don't know. He continues. So avoid eye contact, watch your pocketbook, and suspect everyone. And then we see across the street is Snake, and he yells out, 3-card Monty. And Homer's like, woohoo, easy money. Unless you get cheated out of that easy money.
Have you ever played 3-card Monty with a dealer on the street?
Not on the street. I think as kids we used to do 3-card Monty.
Oh, I fell
for that. Fun.
I fell for that shit in DC on our DC trip.
Well, that's because you were a stupid kid.
Yep, I was in 8th grade. If you guys don't know, I wasn't a grown-up. I was in 8th grade. And
Wait, you're telling me you weren't born an adult?
Nope. Well, no one on our no one that listens knows how old I was when I went to DC. But no.
Yeah, you probably should clarify you were 13.
Yes. So no. It was 8th grade trip to DC, and
I guess you would have been 14.
yeah, me and the friends were like, oh, 3-card Monte. I mean, we bought counterfeit Oakleys off the street, man. We were.
How much did you pay for those
I
counterfeits?
don't know, like $30-$40. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I think when I took my DC trip, like, we really didn't see a lot, but that would have been, I think it was right before September 11th. I think I went in 01. Yeah, I went in the summer of 01.
Wow. I didn't even realize that.
Yeah. But yeah, when we went, it was a fun time. But none of us got swindled.
Yeah.
And so Snake deals out 3-card Monte, and another guy comes up who looks very similar to Snake, and he picks a winner. And Marge points out that the guy that they just saw won is either related to Snake or at least in cahoots, because that's how it works. That's how they get you. They have a partner. They come in. They win. You're like, oh, that was easy. You come in.
Well, you see how they do that at like baseball games and sporting events. They do like the hat and the ball or puck, and they shuffle it around. That's probably where I thought I could do it. Like, I don't know if it was like, I don't think it was because I saw like some guy win. I think it was like, oh, you just pick the red card. I could do that shit. I see that on the Jumbotron all the time.
Yeah.
And and they're faster on the Jumbotron.
Yeah, they are. Well, now they are. I think I feel like even a few years ago it was very easy. Nowadays it's a little bit harder.
Yeah.
I mean, it's more for like the fan interaction. I think there are some stadiums that like let one person play to try to win a prize. I think the Brewers do that. So Homer plays, and of course he loses. And he loses $20. Now I'd like to point out, this is like kind of the beginning of all this. But Marge's necklace is white.
Oh. Well, the pearls?
Yes.
Oh, they're orange normally.
They're red.
Or red, yeah.
So the animation in this episode is very odd.
Yes.
It's weird. And I'll talk about that when we do our final thoughts. So Marge figures out that Snake was cheating, and she tells him it's people like him ruining their downtown. And she's like, how dare you prey on the greedy and stupid like that? Yeah, well, that's Snake. He's a bad guy.
Yep.
And so Snake packs up his stuff and he runs away. And so Marge is like, someone needs to stop him. They all just look at her. He's getting away. They just keep looking at her. She's like, fine, I'll go stop him because he's like getting away. She's like, screw it, I'll put myself in danger for $20.
Yeah, I don't think it was really worth it. Now if Snake came like running by and snatched Marge's purse or something and no one would do anything, I could see Marge going after her purse. But for $20, I don't think it's worth it.
So Marge takes off after Snake. And Homer's like, Marge, wait up. And he gets like 3 steps and he's just on him. He's exhausted.
I thought he was going to have a heart attack, man.
I know, I did too. I was watching it. Well, he's like, I think like in the animation, it almost seems like he's clutching his chest.
Yeah, remember though, okay, look, to be fair, yeah, Homer's overweight, but he did have a triple bypass. So I don't know. I mean, he never exercises. I feel like someone with a heart condition...
You can still exercise with a heart condition.
Well, no, you can. But I'm saying you got to do it pretty consistently to keep up your
it's Homer
level. Yeah. So I can see him running out of breath. And so then we see Marge, and she gets up to Snake and traps him in an alleyway, which, well, Snake was the idiot that ran down an alley. He should know those back alley streets of Springfield.
Yeah,
and Marge like kind of is like, oh crap, I'm in over my head. I was just kidding around, and Snake pulls a knife on her, and then as Marge backs up, she grabs a trash can lid and whacks him and knocks him out.
That's pretty good.
I mean, it was the adrenaline. You obviously saw she was breathing really heavily, and Yeah, yeah. And so then obviously the cops are called, like someone probably called the cops, and Wiggum's like, cuff 'em, boys. We're putting this dirt bag away. And I love it's like, I'll be back on the street in 24 hours. We'll try to make it 12.
God. And in this scene, I don't remember if it's the rest of the episode. I think it is.
It's on and off. It's actually on and off throughout the episode.
Wiggum's hair being black?
Yep. It's on and off. Yep.
Continue.
Yep. And then Homer finally shows up after Marge has captured Snake. And I like how he's just heavily breathing out of the car. Like, I feel like the car ride might have calmed him down a little bit. Nope.
He's that fat.
Yeah, Homer's like, Marge, are you okay? I think I'm okay. It was scary, but in a weird way. It was also kind of exhilarating. Yes, it is exhilarating to see the police get their man and save a hysterical woman. Oh, for crying out loud. And Homer's like, easy now, sweetheart. Homie's here.
He like hugs her.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, most husbands... I mean, okay, look, to be fair, yeah, Marge did this amazing thing, but Homer could have... I mean, I can see it from Homer's perspective. He doesn't know what necessarily happened.
Yeah, that's true.
He didn't see her whack Snake over the head with a trash can lid, so I'll give Homer the slight benefit of the doubt. Not full.
Yeah, oh, absolutely.
And so now we cut back to the house, and Lisa asks Marge if this is how she caught him, and she tackles Bart.
That was fantastic.
I feel like if Marge told the story correctly, Lisa wouldn't have needed.
Well, maybe Marge and Homer didn't tell the kids, but they heard that like she stopped Snake. And
the gossip in Springfield.
Yeah.
And so Bart struggles to get out from underneath Lisa, and Marge asks Lisa to get off of him. And Bart says, that didn't hurt. And like when he walks away, he's like rubbing his arm in pain. Like he's like, oh, that did hurt. I mean, Lisa, I guess, is strong for her age.
Yeah, well, she probably takes karate. I don't know.
Well, no, Bart took karate.
Did he take karate?
He knows the touch of death.
Or did he just go to the arcade?
Touch of death. But yeah, I mean, Lisa's younger than Bart, man. She took him out.
I mean, I guess it really depends on the siblings. I mean, maybe that's kind of a joke that Bart is like Homer and Lisa's like Marge.
Maybe. Yeah, and Lisa asks Marge if that's the most exhilarating thing she's ever done. And Marge says, sure. But celery soup is also exciting. And we just see her like slowly chopping the celery.
Because it's boring. Nobody wants to chop vegetables.
Yep. Yeah, unless you like making dinner. I
like making dinner as well, but I'd rather just have everything be prepared so I can just throw it all together.
Yep. And so now this next scene was really weird to me. So we see Marge going grocery shopping, and she's like, strange. Regular ham doesn't thrill me anymore. Now put this in perspective. She's in a can aisle, like where you'd find tuna or canned, I don't know, Spam. I don't know.
Spam is ham.
Yes, but I mean is that like the poor man's ham? Or maybe not. I'm not sure. But she's like, I'm crossing over to devil ham, and then grabs another can. Like it literally looked like a tuna can. Like I feel like
do you ever buy pork?
No.
So how do you know ham doesn't come in a can? Maybe she's at a Whole Foods.
Spam does. Okay, processed ham comes in a can. Real ham is in the meat department.
Yeah, maybe she's buying Spam.
I guess so. But I mean, we know she's make pork chops and like she makes ham. I mean, she makes the stuff. I don't know. It's just.
Or maybe it's a sliced ham. Maybe it's like cubed ham that they put into a tin.
Maybe. I don't know. The only thing that you should ever buy in one of those cans is tuna. That's it. And we see Marge is so bored that she decides to ride the shopping cart. Now, bored or not, I still like riding the shopping cart.
Oh, absolutely.
You don't have to be bored to do it, Marge. Just do it, man.
Yeah.
And then, but she realizes she's about to ride into a big wheel of cheese. So she jumps off the cart and watches it go right into the big wheel. And I like how that cheese is sponsored by Itchy.
That's great.
That was perfect. I love that. Like, it could have been a cow. It could have been something else or something random, but it was Itchy. So I appreciate that.
That's fantastic.
And so now we get another animation error. So she drives back to the house and she pulls into the garage, but her station wagon is now blue instead of like stark blue. It's not even like off. It's blue.
It matches the wall.
Yeah, instead of her brown station wagon, orange station wagon, whatever it is. But yeah, I thought that was, come on, you can't color it. You did it in the intro. Just do it here. It was weird. And as we'll notice, I just want to point this out. This will be something for the future to consider. Currently, there is nothing in the garage right now. Garage is completely empty.
Okay.
So Marge watches the garage door close, and as it's just almost closed, she does a Indiana Jones roll underneath the garage. She's like an adrenaline junkie now.
Yeah. Yeah, she is.
Just crazy.
Yeah.
And so now Marge is at a outdoor magazine vendor, which
where?
New York? I don't know. I don't think maybe Springfield still. Remember, this is the 90s though. They still had those.
I suppose.
You got to remember, 90s, they still had this stuff.
Yeah.
I'm sure in New York, Chicago still has them. I think I saw one at the Cubs game last time.
Probably.
DC, larger cities, I'm guessing would still have them.
But this is Springfield.
It is, but I mean, magazines were popular though in the 90s. Now you can just read them on your tablets.
Correct.
And so she's handed, the guy comes up, she's like, here's your copy of Sponges and Vacuum Magazine. That's for the housewife. And I like how the article on the cover is preview of the 1996 Sponges.
Because there's different kinds of sponges?
Oh, there's rounded edges, curved edges. There's sponges with Brillo pads on the top. There's sponges on sticks that you put the soap in. There's a lot of sponges, Robert. Come on. Now, I like how they jumped, now how they had the wherewithal to put 1996, because this episode was aired in 95. Yeah. So we're seeing a year into the future on sponges. That's pretty good. But we see there's another selection of magazines, and these are for death sports. I've never seen a death sports section in a magazine store. I'll go to Barnes and Noble every once in a while. They'll have their magazine section. Never seen death sports. I've seen regular sports, no death sports. And the magazines we get are Bear Baiter, Rock Jumper, the magazine for people who like to jump from rock to rock.
Yep.
Makes sense.
Yep.
Mosh Pitter. Now I would get that magazine.
How is that a sport?
Okay, fair enough. That is not a sport, but it is very dangerous. If you've have ever been in a mosh pit, I've gotten a couple bruised ribs from mosh pits before. It's fun, but can be a little dangerous. Danger Liker, Minefields Playground for the 90s.
And there's a guy in a pogo stick jumping in a minefield on the cover.
Nice.
Also, I guess pogo sticking is a sport. But
I consider that a little bit of a sport.
But why is the name of the magazine Danger Liker?
I don't know. That one's a weird one. Cliff Biker.
Okay.
And Glass Eater. And on the cover, we got wine bottles. Our 10 favorite vintages.
Also, not really a sport. Also, don't eat glass.
Yes. And so we see the cops pull up to the station, and it seems like they have arrested someone. They come out, it's like, all right, boys, we got to be careful. Let's get it inside. And then one of the cops asks if they think if they're so hot. And Wiggum mentions they have everything on this person, quote unquote. Yeah. And the person turns out to be a pizza. It took 3 cops to carry in a pizza?
I thought it was 4.
Was it 4?
Each cop has to hold a corner because it's a hot pizza.
I guess so.
And so Marge decides to go into the police station, and Wiggum tells her it better be about pizza. She's like, hey, I have a question. Wigum's like, it better be about pizza. And Marge tells Wiggum that she wants to become a cop. And in this scene, Wiggum's hair is blue again.
Yep.
And so now all the officers laugh at Marge, or they laugh. I don't know if they're laughing at Marge because of what Wiggum says next, but they all laugh for like an uncomfortable amount of time.
Women police officers.
And once they're done laughing, Wiggum's like, welcome aboard.
But she's not really aboard yet. She still has to like pass her training and everything.
Correct. So now we're outside the Simpsons house where so it's just a shot of the house and we can hear Homer screaming, "You did what?" And so it's like, because it cuts from Marge to Homer. So it's like, you think Homer's yelling at Marge.
Yep.
And we cut inside and it's just Homer yelling at Bart for breaking his nail clippers, which, I mean, they're cheap. They're like $1.
Well, I wonder if Bart twisted the thing so the top came off the bottom, but that's easily fixable.
That too. And Bart asks Homer what the big deal is, which, yeah, what is the big deal? They're nail clippers. And Homer's like, I've been a little on edge since Marge told me she wanted to be a cop.
Yep.
So he's taking out his frustrations on Bart.
Yeah.
Because he knows he can't say no to Marge.
Nope.
Otherwise, she'll get angry at him.
That's right.
And so Bart asks Marge if she can bring him along when she does evictions. And Marge is like, sure, little buddy.
Yeah.
Okay. That's a no. Plus, police don't do evictions.
No, they do not.
They arrest. They can arrest for not leaving when you've been evicted, but like they don't actually evict people.
Yeah. Now it's not uncommon for, I don't know, maybe kids of Bart age, maybe not, but I know police officers do ride-alongs.
Yeah, they do. They do. Yeah, Bart would be at the right age for a ride-along.
Yeah.
Wasn't there an earlier episode where Bart did a ride-along?
Was that?
Yeah, there was.
That already happened. Yes, it was. Yep.
Yes.
So Bart already knows what it's like to be a cop.
Exactly. And so Homer is not happy with Marge being a cop, but he's not happy for the right reasons.
Yeah.
And he's like, Marge, you being a cop makes you the man, which makes me the woman. And I have no interest in that. Besides occasionally wearing the underwear, which, as we discussed, is strictly a comfort thing. Yeah, I've never worn women's underwear and I never plan on it.
So Homer, okay, so far, Homer likes wearing women's underwear and wearing and eating Marge's lipstick. I don't know if he wears it first, but he likes eating Marge's lipstick.
But obviously this is a very misogynistic take on relationship dynamics. But it's Homer and he's dumb, so it's expected.
Yep.
So Marge tells Homer he has no reason to feel threatened and that he will always be the man of the house. And then they kiss, but then Homer does the leg lift thing that you see in like rom-coms where like the guy and the girl kiss and the girl like sticks her leg up in the air. It's hilarious.
Nice.
Right? Yep. It's a great touch. So now we go to Marge. We follow Marge to officer training, where Wiggum tells her and the other trainee that's there that becoming a cop doesn't happen overnight. It takes a weekend to get the badge. I think it takes. Yeah, that's true. But I feel like, I mean,
no, you gotta go through like classes, man. You gotta learn the code book. You gotta learn. Like, there's a lot of things to learn about being a cop, man. You just don't be a cop overnight, man. I mean, even Wiggum says that, but it takes way more than a weekend. I had a friend that became a cop, and I think it took him 6-ish months, maybe 6-7 months.
Oh, all right. And the guy standing next to Marge freaks out, and he's like, "When are we getting our freaking guns?" And Wiggum's like, he can get his gun when he tells him his name.
Yeah. It's like, so, all the rules, man. I feel like that had to have been a parody of something.
Maybe.
Because that guy wasn't even like maybe it was an animation error, but that dude wasn't even very yellow.
No, like, he looked like Wendell.
Yeah, he had that whitish yellow tint to him. Yeah. That's why it kind of made me believe like this was like a knock on something, like maybe Police Academy or I don't know.
I've never seen Police Academy. Well,
you've never seen Police Academy?
I have, but it's been a long frickin' time since I've watched it.
Okay.
So now we see Marge running an obstacle course and like going on jungle gym bars and crawling under things, and she gets to a wall and she tries to climb over the wall, which I guess is what you're supposed to do. Like, if you see a wall, that's, the whole point of training is to get stronger.
Yep.
And Wiggum watches her struggle, and he's like, women always struggle with the wall because they never see the door. And you just see a bunch of cops walking through the door.
To be honest, like, okay, I get cops day to day is sitting in their car, gunning speed traps. Like overall, a cop's day or week, maybe even month, is not very extraneous, I would probably guess to say.
I mean, I guess it would depend on the city.
Yeah, I guess so.
It also depends on, like, what your beat is and, whether or not you're on desk duty or if you're patrolling the city.
But I guess everyone to become a cop has to go through the same training regiment.
Yeah.
Which is why I always wonder that too, because Wiggum's definitely not fit. A lot of those guys seem to be fit, like the other Lou and Eddie. They seem to be fit-ish.
Yeah.
But obviously Wiggum's not. But you look around my city of cops around here, like, I feel like I'm like, what is the point of doing these field tests if you're just gonna make the big guy a cop anyway? Like, I just don't understand what the health requirements are to actually be a cop.
Well, I don't know. I mean, look, if you're chasing somebody and you're not in shape, they're going to get away.
Yeah. I
mean, I'm sure it happens where a cop has to give foot chase, so maybe cops should be in better shape.
Yep.
So now we go to Marge at a shooting range, and she does a really good job. She shoots everything she's supposed to.
Yep.
But Wiggum's like, I'm not impressed. You didn't shoot the baby or the blind man. And this reminds me of the scene of the shooting range in Men in Black.
Yeah. Well, that was the funny thing is Men in Black was 96. So this actually happened a year before that. So obviously the Simpsons did it first and Men in Black stole it.
Obviously. That's what it means.
Men in Black stole it.
Or, they probably were shooting and never even saw the episode.
No, I'm sure the people on Men in Black love the Simpsons.
Maybe. So now we see Marge doing a driving test, and she jumps over an unfinished bridge and driving all different areas, which is also weird, but kind of funny. And she gets to the finish line, and Wiggum's like, you'll have to do it again. I wasn't paying attention. I was looking at my magic eye book. Oh, look, a pony.
Not a schooner?
No, not a schooner.
Or a sailboat? Or a sailboat?
Sailboat, schooner, same thing.
Yeah.
So some of the things she did while driving is she drove on two wheels in between walls, and she also jumped a broken bridge.
Yeah.
Which is hilarious. I don't ever foresee. I don't think cops are probably taught to do either of those things.
No.
Because they're too dangerous.
Well, it's funny. Did you guys in high school have, during an assembly, maybe it was probably homecoming, where they had the local car guys that do the rims and stuff, do their car parade in the gym? No, we had that one, at least one homecoming, and they popped up on two wheels and rode in the gym and stuff, all cool. So it is possible to get your car up on two wheels and drive.
I mean, I never said you couldn't. I'm
not
just saying
safe, but
it's not safe. So now we see Marge comes home in her police uniform, but she can't. But the shirt she's wearing is a Hard Rock Cafe shirt because they didn't have her shirt in her size. How?
Well, they didn't have probably women's sizes because they only had.
I would assume most police uniforms are unisex.
Maybe.
They're just. You're telling me that the shirt that Wiggum wears would not fit Marge?
No, it'd be way too big.
So now we cut to the next morning where the Simpsons are eating breakfast. And Bart is like, wow, Mom, I never pictured you as any kind of authority figure before.
Oh, my God. Well, that's bad on Marge because she probably lets Bart get away with way too much.
Yeah. And so Homer is like, Marge, take care of yourself out there. You become very dear to me.
Yeah.
I would hope so. You've only been married for how long?
Yeah.
And then Lisa's like, Mom, if someone shot at the mayor, would you have to throw yourself in front of him and take the bullet? Marge is like, I suppose I would. Bart is like, what if they shot at a Coke machine? No. TV? No. TV with a picture of the mayor on it? Oh my God, Bart.
Well, Bart wants to know if Marge will take a bullet for their TV.
No, that's what Homer is there for.
Yeah, Homer would take a bullet for the TV. And so we see Lisa tells Marge that no matter what she does, they will always be proud of her as long as it's constitutional. God.
That's a great line.
Oh, that's bad. That's good, but bad. To show how much our cop systems
hasn't
work.
changed.
Yep. And so Homer is spraying his eggs with something, and it turns out it's like, Marge, Homer, give me my pepper spray. Oh, Marge, one squirt and you're south of the border. And he starts eating his eggs, and his eyes start turning red, like, like he just got mazed.
Yeah.
It's like, incapacitated.
But his eyes shouldn't be turning. Also, don't eat pepper spray.
Yeah, it's not real pepper.
No. I don't know why it's called pepper spray.
I mean,
maybe it's just easier to say.
Maybe if you got sprayed on the nose, you'd sneeze. Because, like pepper makes you sneeze. But I can see why his eyes would get all, like, red and stuff. Because he sprayed it on his eggs. But I'm guessing it's more the fumes, like, around the eggs.
Maybe. I don't know.
That'd be my guess. And so we cut to the station. And we see Wiggum going through roll call. And we get two different officers are put on the donut shop and are told to call when they have a fresh batch. Makes sense. Cops want fresh donuts. And another pair of cops are told that they are back up to the first cops.
So what if the first two cops fall asleep?
No, they get infatuated with the donuts, and then the other two cops have to call them in because the other two cops are sidetracked by the donuts.
Or if, they fall asleep.
Or they fall asleep, yep. And then the next two cops are told to turn, it's their turn to sleep in, and they take off their police caps and put on sleeping caps.
God, this is such a terrible police station.
Yep. And Wiggum tells Marge because she is new and vulnerable, her beat is Junkieville and Bumtown. And so these are two suburbs of Springfield?
Probably.
And then we cut to Junkietown Legal Clinic. So are they like Chinatown or like the mini tech Koreatown and like all the little towns that are in bigger cities?
Sure.
And then we see Marge walking her beat, and she sees Lionel Hutz digging through a dumpster. And, Marge is friendly. She actually knows Lionel Hutz personally because he's been Bart's lawyer several times.
Well, he's just been the family's lawyer.
Or the whole family's lawyer, yeah. And so Hutz tells Marge that the contents of this dumpster are private, and he tells her if she sticks her nose in there, she'll be breaking attorney dumpster confidentiality.
Attorney dumpster
So he's representing the dumpster in a legal trial?
I don't know.
Or he was literally just dumping evidence.
Probably dumping evidence, considering he lights it on fire.
Yep. Yeah. I don't think Marge had probable cause to search the dumpster anyways.
It doesn't matter. It's owned by the building and it's on public property.
Exactly. Anyone can go through anything.
Correct.
And so Marge goes into the Quickie Mart, and Apu notices that Marge is the new cop on the beat. And he's like, well, how was 200 sound? And Marge's like, okay, wait a minute. Like, she was about to take that bribe. And but yeah, so Marge obviously is a good cop.
Correct.
She's not going to take bribes. And what was Apu bribing someone anyways? Not to have him arrested for bad meat?
Probably.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense. That checks. And Apu tells Marge he's going to leave the money on the table and turn his back. And Marge tells him no, and she turns her back. And I like how Burns walks by drinking a carton of milk for some reason. Must have just taken it out of the fridge and just went to town on it. And takes the money. And properly steals the carton of milk because he didn't pay for it. So
clearly
he's just stealing everything these days. And so now we see Marge responding to a domestic disturbance. And Officer Marge walks into Skinner's house like, I got a report on a domestic disturbance at this address. Yes, indeed there is. There's an inflatable bath pillow that Mother and I both enjoy. She claimed it was her day to use it. I maintained she was mistaken. We quarreled. Later, as I prepared the bath, I noticed to my horror that someone had slashed the pillow. And Marge, God, just the look on Marge's face, like, God, am I really dealing with this? It's like, can't you just each get one? It's like, no. And then Skinner kind of looks at the TV like, this is Cops.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like that was like, wasn't there at the beginning of the whole sequence, like in the lower left-hand corner was like a time, like Skinner residence at a time.
I don't know if it said the residence, but I'm pretty sure there was a time.
Yep. So obviously apparently Marge is on Cops now. And Skinner asked for his face to be blurred. And that's when they blur his face. Not during the editing process.
No, just at the end. Well, they did it during the editing process. They just edited at the end when he said to blur his face.
Yeah. And so now Marge is resting on the couch on her day off. And I like how Bart walks by with his skateboard. And Marge is like, that is a Class 9 vehicle. You would need to wear safety gear. Because it's illegal to skateboard without a helmet and safety pads. And Bart,
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if there were some small towns that was the law.
I've never heard of that law. Now, at skate parks, they have signs that say it is recommended to wear a helmet. I feel
it's like if you bike like in the street, like I'm pretty sure, I don't know if it's a state law or a Green Bay law or city to city, but it's technically illegal to ride your bike on the sidewalk.
Oh.
Because it is technically considered a non-motorized vehicle. Vehicles are not supposed to be on the sidewalk.
But to be a non-motorized vehicle, it would have to have a motor.
No, it's a non-motorized vehicle.
Oh. I don't know.
Still a vehicle doesn't have to have a motor in it.
I think
a
Minnesota
vehicle is
has
just
that law, but I don't give two shits about it. I'm like, dude, I'm riding on the sidewalk.
Well, neither do the cops here. Actually, one of my coworkers, he bikes a lot to work, and he's told me that like cops around here are like, we don't care as long as you're not hurting anybody.
Well, yeah. I mean, look, to be honest, I would rather, if there is a sidewalk available, I would rather ride on it instead of some dumb driver that isn't going to obey laws or maybe on their cell phone and run me over in the bike lane.
Yeah, absolutely.
At least there's a curb between me and the car.
Yeah.
So we proceed to cut outside where Bart is getting beat up by bullies, and Jimbo remarks that the safety padding is so easy on his knuckles. He could punch Bart all day. I feel like Bart would have just taken him off after he got out of the house, but...
Well, maybe the bullies saw him walk out of the house and just grabbed him right away.
Maybe. And so now we see Marge go into the beauty parlor where Maude, Mrs. Skinner, and Edna are gossiping until Marge walks in and they all stop talking. I mean, why? I mean, I don't know.
Well, because they know she's a cop.
Well, are they gossiping about illegal things?
Maybe, you don't know.
I mean, I feel like telling Reverend Lovejoy's wife anything she's the town gossip.
And she is in there getting her hair cut, but she's not. I don't think she was sitting in the what the hell are those things?
Beauty chairs?
But what do they do to the hair? Or do they just dry it?
Oh, you're talking about the thing on the head.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're dryers.
Not the curlers.
No, it's a dryer. That's the thing. It's a dryer.
Okay.
Yep. And so Marge asks Edna how she's doing, and Edna says, my time is up, and then leaves. Because that's it. And then so we see...
Because nobody wants to talk to cops.
Yep. And so then we see Marge sees Mo in the beauty parlor, and she says, I've never seen you in here before. And he's like, well, these days, my roots don't say so chestnut on their own, Officer Simpson.
And Marge is like, oh, Mo, you don't have to call me that. I'm off duty.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, if there's anybody in that beauty parlor who should be scared of Marge, it is Mo. Because he does some shady fucking shit. And so the stylist working on Helen Lovejoy finishes up and, like, lowers her seat. And apparently it was raised high enough that it, like, just fell and, like, hit the ground. And it made it sound like a gun was shot.
Yep.
And Marge does, like, a barrel roll and pulls her gun out of her purse. And, like, everybody in the parlor, like, puts their hands up. And she's like, I really like your hair.
Yeah. So Springfield obviously has a concealing carry law?
Maybe.
Because...
Well, here's the thing. I'm sure, not obviously Marge hasn't been doing this a lot, but I'm sure like cops who have been doing this enough and have been, you know, part of maybe a shootout here or there, they probably get really skittish when like there's a banging noise.
Well, no, I know that, but I'm just saying they usually don't carry their guns during just their personal day.
I think cops are allowed a concealed carry permit just because even if they're off duty, if something goes, like, if they happen upon a crime, they can call it in and be like, hey, I'm off duty. You know, usually I think they're told to, like, stay away.
Yeah, but I don't think they usually carry their gun, though.
Yeah, why not?
I don't know.
They're cops.
If I'm off duty and I'm a cop, I'm not carrying my gun.
Okay, then have fun getting shot. So Homer, so now we come back to the Simpsons house. And Homer has used Marge's police tape to rope off Ned's house. And Lisa's like, Homer, Marge's tape is not a toy. You'll see. And so Homer and Lisa hide behind the hedges. And Ned comes home and he sees the police tape. And he's like, oh my God, something horrible has happened. And he's like freaking out. And he drops his groceries. And Homer comes out laughing at Ned. He's like, I made you think your family was dead.
You did, did you? You do. Oh my God. This part, hands down, my favorite part of the episode.
Yeah, it's the best. So now we see Marge is showing Lisa around the police station. And she's like, this is our drunk tank. And who else is in there but Barney?
Yeah,
because of course
he must have been stumbling around the street.
I mean, he probably ends up in there every night.
Yeah.
And so Lisa tells Marge that her intentions are good, but Lisa says, please just protect the wealthy. And instead of just putting people in jail, she asks, shouldn't they be attacking the roots of the problems? And Marge is like, just stares. Pulls out a puppet. Here's McGruff the crime dog, which is a reference to McGruff the crime dog. And for those of our younger listeners who probably don't know what the hell McGruff the crime dog is, I believe he was part of the DARE program.
Yeah. I think, is the DARE program not a thing anymore?
I have no clue. It really didn't do anything.
Nope.
Had no effect. Also, Fred McGriff was also referenced as McGruff because of his last name, I believe. The Atlanta Braves first baseman back in the mid-90s.
Oh.
I believe that was his nickname. I don't remember. So now we cut back to the Simpsons kitchen, where Lenny tells the guys that he picked up a new deck of cards with naked women on them because they're guys. And he's like, hey, they're the women of the internet. And Homer like grabs the pack and looks at him. And he's like, I'd go online for them. Homer, you have a wife.
Yeah, that doesn't mean he can't go online for them.
So Herman is part of this poker game. When did Homer become friends with Herman?
Maybe he's not friends with Homer. Maybe he's friends with Mo. And Mo asked, Mo was like, hey, we have a poker night. Yeah.
So Herman gets up and Mo thinks they offended him because of the nudie deck. And Herman's like, no, I'm just going out to get some fresh air. And Mo's like, man, he really likes his fresh air. Mo's like, none of that for me. And he takes a big snot swig, a big puff of a cigar. And he's like, oh, that's the stuff.
Yep.
And so the poker game is still going on. And Carl's like, hey, Homer, are you sure it's okay to smoke Cuban cigars and gamble here now that your wife's a cop? Homer's like, are you kidding? Being a cop husband is one mighty sweet deal. This police radio entertains me with other people's miseries. We get a free funeral for Marge, God forbid, and I can run background checks on whomever I want. And he leans over to Mo. Momar. Mo's like, Homer, please. Ixnay on the Omar May. So is Mo like Middle Eastern?
Yeah, I don't know, maybe. But that's obviously his real name.
Yeah. So we find out Mo's real name is apparently Momar.
Yeah. So I just want to put something out here. Gambling within your own home is not illegal. People have card games and now the cigarette, now those Cubans. Okay.
Well, we don't know it's a Cuban.
Well, no, they said, Carl said, smoke Cuban cigars.
No, he did. Yeah, smoke. Well, I think you're allowed to have Cuban cigars again.
Oh, okay. But anyway, okay, let's say Cuban cigars are legal.
Yeah.
Gambling in your own house is legal. We do it all the time. Well, I used to back in college. We'd have poker games at our frat house or at a friend's house or just $5 buy-in. That's considered gambling. That's not illegal. I don't know what about this card game is illegal.
The Cubans?
No, I just said that let's just say they're legal or cigars are legal.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know what Springfield's laws are. Maybe it is illegal to gamble inside your own house.
That's hard to believe.
And so Homer has Marge's speed gun and clocks Lenny shuffling the cards at 2 miles an hour. And Lenny tells Homer to put the speed gun away because they cause cancer. I don't think Lenny knows how the speed gun works. Because I don't believe that is the case. I mean, I guess there are lasers in there, so maybe, I don't know. Maybe like the old ones did. I mean, everything causes cancer anyways. And Homer points it back at Lenny. And Homer's like, what could be going 100 miles per hour? And it's Lenny's fist hitting Homer's face.
Yeah. So just to let you know, in many jurisdictions, an unlicensed poker game may still be legal if the game is played in a residence. The host does not, as long as the host does not profit and or buy-in fees do not exceed a certain threshold.
So maybe they went over the threshold, or maybe Homer was profiting that night.
I don't know. I don't think anyone was profiting.
No, you said if the host profits.
No, I think that means like he takes a cut. Like if everyone puts $10 in and Homer wins, he gets his own $10 back.
Yeah, but if he wins, he's also taking other people's money, which means he's profiting.
I don't know. This, like for the state of Minnesota, it says it has an exception for private social bets that are small, such as penny ante card games with friends at home, and the spur-of-the-moment wagers between individuals who win a game/match. So like sports betting, I guess.
We're just going to assume the gambling was illegal.
I don't like it. But then Marge walks in to see the guys apparently illegally gambling in her house. And Mo says the house is so glamorous and glamorously decorated, he thought he was in Vegas.
It's like, you guys lied to me.
Well, I mean, Mo does... I think, we'll hear Mo a little bit later in the episode, but I mean, he does think Homer has a fancy house, nice, fancy, big house.
Yeah, but he knew where he was. He knew he wasn't in Vegas.
Yeah. And then all the guys leave, and Homer points out that Marge ran off all his friends, and Homer's like, oh, you've become such a cop. And not that long ago, you were so much more to me. You were a cleaner of pots, a sewer of buttons, an unplugger of hairy clogs. And Marge is like, I'm still all those things, only now I'm cleaning up the city, sewing together the social fabric, and unplugging the clogs of our legal system. You're cooking what for dinner?
I forgot about that line. I think I've used that line before. I don't know how she's unplugging the clogs of the legal system, though.
No, I don't think she can.
No.
It's just too bad in Springfield for her to do that.
Yeah.
And we see Marge now walking her beat, and she has an inner monologue about how everywhere she looks, someone is breaking the law. Dog with no leash. Not to mention the fact that the owner of the dog is jaywalking. Yep. Man littering. Horse not wearing a diaper. I mean, the owner of the horse would just have to clean up its poop. I don't necessarily think horses have to wear diapers.
Hold on. I'm curious.
You're Googling that one? Okay.
I'm Googling that one.
Okay. Homer is parked across 3 handicapped spaces. Now, of everything, that one is probably the largest offense. And
yeah.
Homer says, "Hi, my little piglet," to Marge.
Oh, I found something.
Oh, you found something?
Hold up. 2 Amish men have sued Auburn, Kentucky. This was back in 2017 in a Kentucky state court over an ordinance requiring that horses wear equine diapers. Ordinance, which was passed in 2014, was intended to keep town streets clear of horse manure and is the result of neighbor complaints. So I don't know if this was overturned or not, but yes. So there is at least one small town that had a law.
Oh, that's great.
They had to make the horses wear equine diapers.
Oh, dude, I bet the Simpsons writers just looked up weird laws or something and came up with that one.
Well, this was 2014, so
okay.
This was 1995.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe there's another small town that has it.
Oh, that's great. I love it. So Homer says, "Hi, my little piglet," to Marge. Calling out that she's a little cop. And Marge reminds him that she's on duty.
Yep.
And Homer says, "Yeah, well, I'm supposed to be at work as well." And he tells Marge, "I'm only going to be parked for a second while I grab beer for those kids over there."
And it's the boys.
Yep. And Marge's like, "I'm going to pretend I didn't hear that, but I'm going to need you to move your car." And, Homer still refuses. He's like, "All right, well, I'm going to write you a ticket." And then Homer grabs her police hat, to which Marge tells Homer that taking a police officer's hat is an arrestable offense. It's
I'm pretty sure it is.
Yeah. Basically, it's abusing an officer of the law.
Correct.
And Homer asks her, like, "What are you going to do? Arrest me?" And she slaps the cuffs on him. And Marge's like, "You have the right to remain silent." And Homer's like, "I choose to waive that right."
So fun fact about the Miranda rights, they don't necessarily, obviously in a lot of cop shows, they usually read them right away. I forget what the case is, but they found that police don't have to read you your Miranda rights until even until you get to the police station.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It's basically the whole thing is you have to know what your rights are.
Yeah.
Which I think is dumb, but
I don't know. You have a right to it. I mean, at this point, I think everyone knows, but maybe not. Yeah. But I mean, obviously, I want to let you know you have the right to an attorney, a phone call, stuff like that. Don't talk to us unless you really, really want to. But then we see Wiggum come to release Homer from jail, and he's like, "Hold up, I got to finish my lobster," and he got fed his raspberry tort. He got fed a nice meal, but apparently that was for Hans Moleman in the next cell, who's hanging out with Reverend Lovejoy, and he's like, "But he's got my last meal," and Lovejoy says, "If that's the worst thing that happens to you today, consider yourself lucky." And the cops take Moleman to be executed, and Han asks if it's legal to execute someone in a local jail. And Lovejoy's like, No more talking.
Yeah, I think it's only in the federal system that people can be executed.
Yeah, well, okay. This can't be the last time we see our friendly Hans Mole Man.
We'll have to keep an eye out for him.
Yeah, hopefully they don't execute him. Which we just learned. So as Marge and Homer are talking in the police station.
They're at.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, they're
at home. The lights flicker in the bedroom. I noticed that. I thought that was like an animation error. I thought that was like, I was literally, when I watched the episode, I was literally about to pause it, call you, and be like, dude, in this scene, did you notice something weird with the
lights flicker.
Yeah. And so some fans claim it is because Hans Mole Man was electrocuted.
Yeah.
So was it a failed electrocution?
We'll have to find out.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he pops up. Yeah, it was because usually before I watch episodes, I like to look at all the references and like just to watch out for certain things. And this was one of the things that caught my eye, and I'm like, I saw it happen. I'm like, okay, I can see where some fans are coming from with this. The only other option I can think of is that the electricity in the Simpsons household just sucks.
Yeah, I mean that too.
But
that was a weird shot. Like I thought my TV was messed up for a second.
No, that was part of the episode. And so Marge apologizes to Homer for arresting him. And she's like, I was only doing my job. And Homer's like, I don't want to talk to you anymore. From now on, I'm going to split this house down the middle. And I'm drawing a line, Marge, literally drawing a line. He's like, I'm going to drive through the center of the house, just like in I Love Lucy. But instead of in I Love Lucy, he just draws a line with him in the corner.
Like where he stand. Like where are you standing?
Yeah. And he puts himself into a corner because Homer's dumb. And so Homer has the boys over for yet another poker night. And Homer's like, boy, when Marge first told me she was going to be going to the police academy, I thought it'd be fun and exciting. You know, like that movie, Spaceballs. But instead, it's been painful and disturbing, like that movie Police Academy.
Oh my God. That was so great. I laughed so
fantastic.
hard when I heard that line.
That was good.
That was fantastic.
Yeah. Spaceballs is a fantastic movie.
Well, it's funny. The guy, just fun fact for you guys, the guy that does the sound effects in Police Academy is the same guy that does the sound effects at the little pad in Spaceballs.
I lost the beeps, the creeps, and the bleeps. The what, and the what, and the what? So Barney tells Homer he is worried about the beer supply. He's like, well, after this case, we have the case in the fridge, and then we have the case in the garage. But after that, we're all going to be gone. So remind me if I'm wrong or not, but a case is 24 beers?
Yes.
So they have, at a minimum, like 72 beers. At a maximum, they have 72 beers. I'm sorry. Maximum, they have 72. At a minimum, they have 48.
Yeah,
but it sounds like they're still in the middle of a case.
But I love how Barney starts talking to his beer.
Does he?
Yeah, he's like, well, maybe we should drink me instead. I don't know. It was fucking weird.
I don't remember seeing that, but okay. And so Homer, he's like, oh, I'll volunteer to go to the garage to get more beer. But Homer is like, Homer goes instead. And Homer's like, I wonder why he's so
Herman
eager to
goes instead.
What?
Herman.
Yeah, that's what I said. Herman.
No, you said Homer goes instead.
Well, Herman, Homer, they sound alike. Yeah, Herman goes instead. And Homer's like, I wonder why he's so eager to go to the garage. And Moe's like, the garage? Hey, fellas, the garage. Well, ooh-la-dee-da, Mr. Frenchman. And Homer's like, well, what do you call it? A car hole.
That's another. This is another really funny meme I've seen online. Where Moe's like, or it's just something like someone calls something, and Moe's like, ooh la la. It's like, well, what do you call it?
He calls it something else.
Something else, yeah. That's a good one.
So Herman has gone to the Simpsons garage.
No, the car hole.
No, I say that later. Herman goes to the garage to meet a guy named Jericho about some counterfeit jeans.
I like to point out that how long have these giant boxes of jeans been in the garage? Because remember earlier in the episode I said keep an eye out for it? The garage was completely empty.
I don't know.
How long?
Maybe they moved him in that night?
I mean, I guess.
I don't know how you don't notice. So Herman and Jericho have been out there making the sale in the garage. And Jericho, tries on the jeans. And Homer decides to go to the garage. And he's like, hey, Herman, I had to come out here to see what's so funny. Because they were laughing about, I think they were laughing about Jericho trying on the merchandise.
Yeah. Or
something with the jeans. And Homer's like, gasp. A counterfeit jeans ring operating out of my car hole. I'm going to tell everyone. Wait here. So Homer starts to walk towards the door, and Herman pulls out a gun. Not so fast. Homer's like, okay. And he just slows down, but he keeps walking. And Herman's like, maybe you should just stop entirely. And so he does. And Homer's like, Herman, how could you? We've all thought about counterfeiting jeans at one time or another. But what about the victims? Hardworking designers like Calvin Klein, Gloria Vanderbilt, or Antoine Bugleboy. These are the people who saw an overcrowded marketplace and said, me too. I don't know. Are there still a lot of jean companies around?
There's a lot of companies still around.
Okay. And so, Homer tries to sick Jericho's goons on Homer, but right as that happens, Marge opens the car hole door. See, I told you I was going to say car hole. And stops them. And I love how one of the goons is like, it's Gloria Vanderbilt out for revenge. It's a cop.
Yep.
And Marge's like, I'm Marge Simpson of the Springfield Police. And so Marge arrests everybody, and as she's putting the crooks in cuffs, Herman rolls away and pulls out yet another gun.
Yeah.
And so Homer is then steps in to save Marge and is then taken hostage. And he's like, it's too late for me, Marge. Sell the jeans and live like a queen. So, Marge goes outside to look for Homer in the backyard. And I love how Milhouse pops up from behind a bush looking for Bart. And then Abe walks out from behind another bush pushing Maggie in a stroller. Just taking the baby out for a walk. Yep. I guess it's like a throwback to the shooting range.
Yep.
And then we see a witch decoration getting put up, which Marge does shoot that. And Ed's like, all right, criticism taken. Yeah. It's a little too early to put up Halloween decorations, and walks away.
I wish I could do that in my neighborhood, man. It was like 2 weeks ago. People were throwing shit up.
Halloween decorations?
Yeah.
What's wrong with that? At least it's for Halloween and not Christmas.
Yeah, I guess, but man, a month and a half?
People love their Halloween.
I guess.
Let people be happy, Steve.
Yeah, I guess.
So then Marge sees Herman take Homer into the treehouse. And so she climbs up, and as she gets about halfway up, we see Bart and Lisa in a bedroom cheering Marge on. And she's like, go back to bed or else I'm coming up there. And they're like, and they turn off the light, but you still see their eyes. They didn't go to bed.
Yep. And we see Marge get the jump on Herman through the secret entrance to the treehouse that saves Homer. And she's like, you should know that a mother knows all their secret entrances to your son's treehouse.
Yes.
I didn't know there was a floor trap door. I don't think Bart and Milhouse ever went through that.
Not that I remember, but they could have built one.
Yeah, we'll have to keep an eye out for that trap door. I'd like to see if that ever comes back again. And
I don't know. I feel like maybe we've seen it in one episode, but I'm not sure.
All right. We'll keep an eye out for it in future episodes. And so Homer praises Marge for being a good cop, but Herman tries to get away, but the jeans rip as he tries to use them as a zip line. He's like, shoddy merchandise. And a bunch of people outside and Abe can be heard saying the ambulance was for him and he called it 4 hours ago.
Why did he need an ambulance?
Okay, first of all, he needed an ambulance 4 hours ago, but then he was just seen strolling Maggie in the backyard?
I don't know.
I don't know what's going on there.
I don't know.
And then Homer asks Marge how she knew about the jeans. And Marge's like, years of buying pants for 2 active children and a full-seated husband have given me a 6th sense for shoddy stitching, which these jeans have in spades.
Well, I love the fact that Homer was going to ask, like, about Herman, I think, and Marge just, like, kind of cuts him off.
Yeah. Yep. And, yeah, because I think his original question was going to be, how'd you know there was a counterfeit jeans ring in the garage?
Yeah, I think you're right.
Like, that's what I originally thought was going to happen, because she just bust into the garage like, oh, I knew exactly what was going on.
Yeah.
I didn't know that was the case she was completely involved in at the present moment.
Yeah.
And Wiggum tells Marge that they can't hold Herman because there's no evidence. And Homer points out that the garage is full of evidence and the cops have taken like 6 pairs of jeans.
I think they loaded all the other jeans in the cop cars.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
As evidence?
No, to use, because they don't have evidence.
Okay. And Marge rightfully points out that there's too much corruption on the force and quits. And the cops are laughing at Marge more. And then Wiggum says, sorry to lose you, Simpson. And then Lenny, Carl, Moe, and Barney are still in the house, apparently oblivious to literally everything that's been happening.
How did they not hear Herman fall from the goddamn roof?
Or the sirens coming in from the backyard, or anything for that matter. And Lenny's like, I don't think they're coming back. It's like, I'm going to look at his cards. And he looks at Homer's cards. I fold.
Oh, Moe.
So, yeah, I mean, it's funny. This is not a high or a low for me. This is a 3. Don't have a cowman. The only part of this whole episode that I thought was worth the watch was the last 5 minutes with Herman in the garage. Like, the rest of the episode just felt so throwaway for me. Like, it didn't keep me on my edge. I mean, aside from the Ned, taping off his house. I mean, that was fucking hilarious. The last 5 minutes of the episode, I enjoyed. I did enjoy very, very thoroughly. Like, the last 5 minutes of the episode, I thought that was actually done really well. Yeah. But the rest of the episode, it had funny parts, but just not very memorable for me. Like, I didn't feel as engaged as I do for a lot of episodes. But yeah, I'm going to stay with 3. Don't have a cowman.
Yeah, this is a really tough one for me to figure out where I'm at, because there are some really funny parts to this episode, which makes me want to put it at a 4. But like, the fact that this whole thing starts because Marge thinks it was reasonable to run after a known criminal who probably is known to be violent over $20. It just seems like it takes me out, because it's like, who's gonna do that for $20? I mean, come on. Yeah. But there are some funny jokes. The last 5 minutes for sure are good. I don't know why, but I laughed at the McGriff crime dog bit that Marge does with Lisa. I thought that was hilarious. I think it was just like the animation of it all. So that was kind of clever. The beauty parlor scene was kind of meh. Yeah, it's one of those episodes. I think if it's on, I'm not going to turn it off. I'm definitely not going to seek it out though. So I'm going to agree with you. I'm going to go with a 3. Don't have a cowman. Right? All right. Yeah. 3s don't have a cowman. It's just, as you said, it's not really memorable. It feels like a throwaway. I thought maybe when I was watching it, like as I was watching, I'm like, oh yeah, this is funny. And then as we go through it and we talk about it some more, it's like, and I don't know if maybe it's like one of those things where it's kind of a Marge centric episode. Yeah. Not that I don't like Marge. I think there are some really good Marge centric episodes, but this one just,
I just can't. She's just not believable as a cop. I don't know. I really don't know what it is.
Well, I mean, I think part of it too was they were parodying Police Academy a little bit.
Yeah.
So I think it wasn't meant to be taken seriously.
Yeah.
So
I don't know. But let's finish it off with our character profile. And this week we have Jericho. His identity: sinister criminal with an eye for counterfeit fashion. He operates a bogus designer jeans ring, likes to sample the merchandise before buying.
I mean, you gotta make sure it's good.
Rightfully
enough.
so. Weakness: lack of patience.
Which we didn't really see in the episode.
No, not really. Also wears a medallion and a fishing hat.
That we do see.
Yep. Yeah. Good old Jericho, I guess. So you guys can find us over on Instagram, The Simpsons Did It Pod. Find us on Facebook, The Simpsons Did It Podcast. Make sure to follow us on both of those. You can go over to YouTube, type in The Simpsons Did It Podcast, and subscribe. Please subscribe, like. You guys are doing a great job watching your videos. I just got the latest stats for the month of September. We got 3 new subscribers, so thank you for those 3 new subscribers. We've gotten over 2,000 views in the month of October, which is awesome. So let's keep that up. Make sure to comment. I'll always comment back to you guys, so definitely do that. If you guys like to give us feedback, give us a call, 612-584-0986. Make sure to check out Jaden LeBron's voicemail message as Krusty the Clown and leave us a voicemail. If phone calls aren't your thing, shoot us an email, thesimpsonsdiditpod@gmail.com. And lastly, if you'd like to donate to our podcast to help keep this sucker going, head over to buymeacoffee.com/thesimpsonsdidit and donate us a few duffs, and we'll put your money towards good things, and we'll send you some stickers and merch just for donating. So until next time, I'm Steven Skolansky.
And I'm Robert Skolansky.
And this has been The Simpsons Did It.
Shh.